Hello, lovelies. It's nice having you around today again for another exposition. Today we are discussing parallel structure of finite verbs. Parallel structure of finite verbs. So these are the things we must have for today's exposition. For us to understand today's exposition 100%, the first thing we need is basic knowledge of finite verbs. The next we need is basic knowledge of the types of conjunctions such as and, but, except, either, hardly than, and so on and so forth. Now, if you don't understand what conjunctions are, I beg you to probably take a break and go study a couple of things on what conjunctions are, because we're going to be needing this for this exposition. So the next we need is 100% concentration. As you know, you need to concentrate 100%. So there's something I want you to note. Now, this is it. The verbs in a given type of sentence are said to be parallel in their usage when they are all in the same correct tense. So how do we get to know that the verbs in a given sentence are said to be parallel? When I say verbs are parallel, it means they are all used in the correct way. So if you're talking about a sentence that is in the present tense, it means the verbs are all in a present tense format. So here are a couple of examples. Number one, Harry wakes in the morning, says some prayers, and leave for school every day. Harry wakes in the morning, says some prayers, and leave for school every day. And when you look at this, we have a couple of sentences here. A couple of sentences combined together. This sentence here is a multiple sentence. So when you look at this, Harry wakes in the morning, comma, Harry says some prayers, and Harry leave for school every day. But probably Harry was not mentioned in other part of the sentences. But I want to take note of something. If you look at the first sentence we have here in this multiple sentence, Harry wakes in the morning. Harry is one person. The wakes there is correct. That's correct usage of the final verb there. Then the next thing we have a comma there. Probably we could have used a conjunction there, maybe and or something. Say some prayers, and leave for school every day. As you can see, Harry is one person. So the wakes here is a correct finite verb. Wakes is a correct finite verb. This is a singular verb. Then say here is a plural verb, while leave is another plural verb. So this very sentence is not in a parallel structure. So what should it be? This is what it should be. This how it should be written. Harry wakes in the morning, says, because it's the same Harry. This second sentence is still talking about Harry. No other character was mentioned, no other subject was mentioned there. Says some prayers, and leaves for school every day. This I should be, this is the correct format. Harry wakes in the morning, says some prayers, and leaves for school every day. So this sentence can be said to be in a parallel structure because all the final verbs are in agreement as per usage. So let's look at the second example. They came, comma, they saw, and conquer. That's why I said something that you have to understand the usage of your conjunctions. You have to understand what conjunctions are. And is here, we have and here. Although there's no and here, but you understand that these sentences are different. This they came, they saw, and they conquer. So if you look at this, they is more than one person, they is not one person. They is a plural subject. So they came, now this is a past tense. They saw, these are past tense also, and conquer. This conquer here would have been correct provided this is what they do every time. But since we have came here, we have saw here, so why should this be different? So it should be the came, the saw, and conquered. So that's why it should be. This is the correct usage. This we put it in the parallel structure. The came, the saw, and they conquered. They came, the saw, and the conquered. So let's look at the next one. Everyone conceived a goal, nurtured the goal, and actualized it last semester. Everyone conceived a goal, nurtured the goal, and actualized it last semester. Now, this was an event that took place last semester. It's not something that takes place often. So, and don't forget something. Everyone is an indefinite pronoun. As we said, indefinite pronoun, they go with a singular verb provided we are talking about the present tense. So, but yeah, we're talking about something that happened last semester. It's not something that happened. It's not something that happens often. So, everyone conceived a goal. That's a past tense. That's correct. Nurture the goal. Nurture. You can see the nurture is in present tense format. This should be the nurture is in present tense format. So this nurture is a plural present tense. Why this is an event that took place last semester, and actualized it. So it means this sentence is not in a parallel structure. One of the finite verbs is not in the right tense. It's not in the right tense. It's not in the right state. So this is how we use it. Everyone, this I should be everyone conceived a goal, nurtured since it happened last semester. Nurtured the goal and actualized it last semester. That's the right thing. So let's look at the last one. The old man shows mercy, except they are reprobate. The old man shows mercy, except they are reprobate. Now, if you look at this sentence, here we have more or less like something you can call a complex sentence. The old man shows mercy. This is a sentence, except, this is a conjunction, they are reprobate. Now, if you look at the subject here is the old man. Now, the subject here is different from the subject we have here. This is they. This is different completely, unlike the other sentences we've worked on. The old man shows. The old man here is correct. Shows one person mercy. Now, except another sentence comes in. They are reprobate. So they here is plural subject. So they will go with the word with a plural verb. So they are reprobate. So this sentence is correct. The structure is parallel. It's okay. The old man shows mercy, except they are reprobate. So this is correct. That's not the correct here. So these are a couple of take homes. So I want to attend to this for me. We came for the contest, competed, and win easily last year. We came for the contest, competed, and win easily last year. So tell me if the finite verbs are used in the right format, if they are all in a parallel structure. So the next we have is she laid down the rules, but Sandra disobeyed it always. She laid down the rules, but Sandra disobeyed it always. So tell me if this finite verbs are all in parallel structural format. So I'll see you in the next exposition. Leave your answers in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel if you find it resourceful, and share this very content. See you in the next exposition.